Welcome to the next episode of DP5RTV Sign-Ons and Sign-Offs. So, we're back again in Visayas. And we're back again also in the island of Negros Occidental of course actually. So today's episode is gonna be Escalante. So we're in the northeast of Negros Occidental. So we'll just keep it a little bit longer because time check 4:30 p.m. So now let's just move on to the intro, shall we? Hey everybody, I'm your host, the voice of DP5RTV. So now, Escalante should be a little bit different, far away from the center of Negros Occidental. So it goes like this. Negros Occidental. Can I go there in the center? Oh wait, the center is claimed. You cannot go here. You can stay here, okay? Oh, but I wanna be in the center. Don't worry, I'll make this happen. This will confirm. This will confirm the Republic Act, and we'll just keep it a little bit shorter now. Just be calm and stay here, and I will wait for you the advice. Okay, Negros Occidental. Back to the studio. So that's the difference. So now let's just start the segments now, shall we? Okay guys, well, the twist is the channel number here is 652, less more than the previous episode. So let's just keep going now, and the timer starts now. Okay. No. No. Let's just go back to February. No. March 3, 2010. 11. 4:59. Okay. Ganyan so much. We're 57. No. Next time. 42 p.m. Sorry. Ah! This is DP5R. Nah. I was just feeling a little cough. Escalante. A commercial VHF TV broadcast. Wait. Station owned. No. And operated by DP5RTV. On 104.1 kilowatt effective rated power with permit number BSD-064-2011, valid until December 31, 2020. Chances if I'm It's raining. Oh no, it's raining now. So guys, stay alerted because we will continue until 5:30 p.m. Oh no, let me just... Okay. Still raining. Just waiting for the rain to go down. Okay. So Giants City. Is operated. Supervision of the following electronic communication engines. No. Licensed. Good. Engineer Teodoro S. Banabag. Engineer Engineer Fatima. Pablo Felipe. Equaves. Zero two 745. ECE number 37252. Engineer wait, no, close the studio. Wait We have a little bit of alert. Okay, we have a little bit of alert, guys. Wait. Pause. Could someone turn you now? Wait. Nilalagay mo siya. So guys, we have a technical error this time. So let's just continue even when it has technical errors, because I need to fix the unusual clips that I'm using this in my episode. So let's continue. I cannot escape my car. Why is this rotated? 6. Oh, wow. Wait. Technical error again. So I have to sign on this one. Okay. I always include in this previous episode Orlando and Lagarta. Go. This is channel 65 Escalante. Okay. And I think we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need one more. Okay, I think we're done. So that's 10. Okay. Before we read the Signons segment, let's just go back to see the full information of the city of Escalante now. Shall we? Let's move on. Okay. So now, let us proceed to the full information of the city of Escalante. Shall we? First of all, Escalante, officially the city of Escalante. In Cebuano is translated as Dakbayan sa Escalante. In Hiligaynon translated as Dakban Wasang Escalante. In Filipino is translated as Lungsod ng Escalante. It's a component city in the province of Negros Occidental, Philippines. According to the 2024 census, it has a population of 97,050 people. The city celebrates the annual Manlambos Festival every 30th of May. Let's talk about its etymology now, shall we? So, let's talk about its etymology now. Next, initially, the town was named Manlambos, a Visayan term meaning to strike with a club, in reference to how the fishes were caught in its coastal waters. When it was established, it was renamed Escalante after the then governor and parish priest's hometown in Spain with the same name. Let's talk about its history now. This is getting a little bit longer now, shall we? So, let us talk about its history. Okay. In the pre-Spanish era, virtually nothing is known of Escalante during the pre-Hispanic era. But archaeological findings in October 1975 and May 1976, made by a team of anthropology students led by Professor Lionel Cheong of Silliman University, revealed an early record of men who inhabited not only the present city but also the island of Negros during the pre-Spanish time. The findings were recovered in 9 graves in what seemed to be an ancient burial ground in Barangay Hapitan, a coastal barangay lying along the Tanyon Strait, facing the island of Cebu, some 17 kilometers from the city proper. The artifacts consisted of celadon plate and bowls, stoneware bowls and jars, a Song dynasty jarlet, gold beads, iron implements, daggers, and a hunting knife with an ivory bone handle. Obviously buried with the dead, the plate, bowls, jars, and iron implements were found alongside the skeletal remains, the daggers and hunting knives on top of the breast section, and the gold beads inside the skulls in between the upper and lower jaws. When carbon-14 tested, these findings together with the human skeletal remains were found to date as far back as the 12th century AD. All this proved, or 12th century Anno Domini, in the year of our Lord, all this proved that present-day Escalante was inhabited by settlers with a relatively developed culture who were engaged in some form of trade and commerce with the outside world, such as the Chinese and Japanese traders who could have brought the jarlet, stoneware, and celadon pieces during the ages of contacts and trade with the East. In Spanish era, the northeastern part of Negros Island was one of the most cultivated regions in the mid-19th century. On November 18, 1856, Governor General Manuel Crespo issued a decree creating the towns of Escalante and Saravia. The decree ordered that the two towns in question would be separated immediately from their mother town, Silay. Although the spiritual separation of the two would await the building of churches and convents in Saravia and Escalante. The latter had its seat of government in the barrio of Nueva Sevilla or Barangay Old Poblacion. The parish of Escalante was finally established in May 22, 1860 with Father Cipriano Navarro, OAR, as the first parish priest. Father Navarro, in a report to the Recollect Provincial in 1861, wrote that the inhabitants of his parish and its 14 barrios lying along the northeast portion of the island from Calatrava to Himugaan speak the Cebuano dialect, and all or the majority came from Cebu with the exception of those from Barrio Marianas or Himugaan who came from the district of Iloilo and speak the Hiligaynon dialect. In 1859, a politico-military command was established in Bacolod under Governor Emilio E. Saravia with 6 towns under jurisdiction: Escalante, Gihulngan, Ginoboan, Jimalalud, Tayasan, and Ayungon. 2 more were added, Argelies or Sagay and Calatrava, when these were created into separate towns on July 3, 1863. This ended with the division of Negros into 2 provinces in 1889. Schools for boys and girls were established in the late 1860s. By 1869, a school for boys and another for girls were already operating in the town. By 1890, the schools were among the very few managed by normal school graduates. As early as 1871, Escalante was a major link between Bacolod and Cebu. A mail service route, Bacolod, Escalante, Tuburan, Toledo, Cebu, was already exclusively in use by May 1871. In 1875, a mail boat belonging to Emerenciano Amante, the Gobernadorcillo or the mayor of Escalante, transported mail between Toledo and Escalante every week. A telegraphic station was established in 1894. The telegraphic cable was extended later on to Tuburan, Cebu, and was operational by October 1897. The inhabitants of the town lived from subsistence agriculture. They produced, among others, rice, corn, buri, edible root crops, and tobacco. Their second most important economic activity was fishing. Tobacco was grown commercially, but its produce decreased when monopoly was established starting from the time of Don Emilio Saravia, the first political military of the Negros Island. In its stead, sugarcane was gradually being grown. It was not clear when the first sugar mill was established in town. But by 1891, Escalante had already 6 steam engine sugar mills, 36 powered by horses and 11 by carabaos. Approximately 848 hectares were planted to sugarcane. Let's talk about its time of the American era. The American period, covering some 45 years from December 1898 to July 1946, except for a few years under the Japanese occupation, saw marked changes in the socio-cultural, economic, and political complexion of the area and its people. To capture the hearts and minds of the inhabitants without the use of guns and cannons, the Americans opened the first free elementary school at Old Poblacion in the early 1900s. A Gabaldon-type elementary school building was constructed at Old Poblacion during the term of Mayor Fernando Lucot. The municipal hall and the town plaza were constructed and developed during the time of Francisco Ferrer Sr. Also at this time, the first municipal school site where the first elementary school was located was formally acquired and the installation of the Rizal Monument at the public plaza completed. The municipal portal and Rizal Monument was built on September 15, 1955. The bandstand and skating rink were constructed on September 28, 1935. In the Japanese era again. In 1942, the occupation by the Japanese Imperial Forces entered the towns in Escalante. The establishment of the General Headquarters of the Philippine Commonwealth Army was active on January 3, 1942 to June 30, 1946, and the 7th Infantry Regiment of the Philippine Constabulary was active again on October 28, 1944 to June 30, 1946, and military stationed in the town municipality of Escalante during the Japanese occupation. In 1945, local Filipino soldiers of the 7th, 72nd, 75th, and 76th Infantry Division of the Philippine Commonwealth Army and the 7th Constabulary Regiment of the Philippine Constabulary liberated the towns in Escalante, Negros Occidental, and helping Negrosanon guerrilla fighters defeat and attacking Japanese Imperial forces and ended of the Second World War, or World War II. In 1941, Victor Bedonia succeeded Francisco Ferrer Sr. as mayor and was supported by the local guerrillas. The siege of all Filipino troops of the Philippine Army and Constabulary units was found liberated in the town municipality in 1945 against the Japanese. He served until 1948. The Japanese, however, installed Enrique Ballesteros as mayor until the end of the war. Let's talk about this post-war era. Two years after liberation, Escalante was divided into two municipalities. President Elpidio Quirino issued Executive Order 141, dated May 19, 1948, organizing certain bodies of the municipality of Escalante, province of Negros Occidental, into an independent municipality under the name Toboso, to take effect July 1, 1948. Victor Bedonia, who was then the incumbent mayor of Escalante, opted to become the first mayor of the newly created town of Toboso. Pedro Benignos took over until 1950. In 1951, Evaristo Sanz took over and was replaced thereafter by Amando Tambo. It was during Mayor Tambo's time when the seat of government, by virtue of Executive Order No. 301, issued by President Carlos P. Garcia on May 13, 1958, was then transferred from Barangay Old Poblacion to its present site at Barangay Balintawak. The first high school The Escalante National High School was donated by Manuel A. Lopez in 1946 and established in 1848. A decade later, in 1961, the Mount Carmel College was established by the Order of the Carmelites. Aside from the churches in the municipality of Toboso, in Escalante, and in Barangay Old Poblacion, it also erected the Magdalena Hospital, which was run by the Sisters of Julia Postel. This hospital is now called the Dr. Vicente Gustillo District Hospital under the management of the provincial government. This placed the new town in an enviable position, not only being a center of higher education and quality medical care in this part of Negros. This brought about profound changes in the social, cultural, economic, and political life of the town, as it provided the much-needed opportunity for children of poor families in the area to acquire college education. Other public schools were opened up later on, such that there are now 27 public elementary schools, 6 national public high schools, and 3 extension high schools. The martial law years. During this time, a modern public market, new municipal building, and the 50,000 gallon reservoir was erected under the Mayor Braulio Pilomino. The martial law years was seemingly quiet. However, the uneven land distribution, marginal food production, and the excesses of the political system created so much discontent, especially in the sugarcane farms. This was one of the reasons why the Bayan-led Welgang Bayan which ended in the Escalante massacre. 21 rallists who were determined to paralyze traffic died on the spot of the streets of Escalante when the militia of then strongman Congressman Armando Gustillo, who was bent on dispersing the rally, fired their guns on rallyists. This event was one of the important factors for the downfall of the Marcos regime. With the installation of President Corazon Cocuanto Aquino, Mrs. Evelyn L. Inolan was selected as OIC mayor. Then Bayan Chairman Rolando Ponsica, who was one of the persecuted during the martial law years, easily became the mayor in 1988. Now, finally, its cityhood. After 143 years of existence as a municipality, under the leadership of Mayor Santiago G. Barcenola Jr., Escalante was now qualified to become a city. On July 24, 1998, the Sangguniang Bayan of Escalante passed Resolution Number 9879, requesting that Congressman Julio A. Ledesma IV of the 1st District of Negros Occidental to file a bill in Congress creating or converting the municipality of Escalante into a new city of Escalante. 6 days later, Congressman Ledesma filed House Bill Number 1514, an act converting the municipality of Escalante into a component city to be known as the City of Escalante. President Josep Estrada imposed a moratorium on conversion or creation of cities by memorandum on the same year, but it did not affect the House bill that converts Escalante into a city. Congress went ahead with this enactment. After conducting a public hearing right here in the town on November 27, 1999, Congress passed the substitute bill, House Bill Number 8882, on a second reading on December 9, 1999. More than a week later, it passed the bill on third and final reading. A similar bill, Senate Bill Number 1786, was filed by Senator Sergio Osmeña III in the House of the Senate on October 22, 1999. Senate Bill Number 2245, in substitution of Senate Bill Number 1786, was passed on third and final reading on February 8, 2001, the last session of the 11th Congress. Both bills became Republic Act Number 91014, an act converting the municipality of Escalante, province of Negros Occidental, into a community city to be known as the City of Escalante. It was signed into law on February 28, 2001. by President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo and was ratified in a plebiscite held on March 31, 2001. Of 14,723 who actually voted, 14,075 voted yes, and only 648 voted no. So let's talk about this geography now, shall we? So let's just talk about this geography now. First of all, Escalante has a total land area of 19,276.303 hectares or 47,622.78 acres. It is located on the northeastern tip of Negros Occidental, facing the island of Cebu. It is 49 kilometers or 30 miles from San Carlos City, 95 kilometers or 59 miles from Bacolod, then the provincial capital, and 217 kilometers or 125 miles from Dumaguete, the capital of Negros Oriental. It is bounded on the north and west by the city of Sagay, on the south by the town of Toboso, and on the east by the Tanyon Strait. Outside the city center of Escalante, there is a separate region of low rolling hills, especially going to its upland barangays towards Mount Lunay. The hillland section is the remnant of past volcanism and probably represents either dormant volcanic cinder cones or outliers of a once more extensive volcanic formation. Local residents in the upland barangays of Escalante at the foot of Mount Lunay and testify to period rumblings of a volcano generally believed to be dead. An indicator of the dormant character of Mount Lunay is the existence to this day of a sulfur spring at its foot. Often, the slopes of these hills, as in Barangay Binagyohan, are quite steep. However, the steepness of the slope has not stopped Escalantehanos in cultivation of the hillside. Its coastal environment naman. The diversity of plants in the coastal environment of Escalante is one of the richest in Occidental Negros, or Negros Occidental actually. Its coasts comprise two surviving ecosystems: the mangrove, consisting of trees and shrubs that occupies the landward portion of its coastal areas; the seagrass, or grass-like plants, that thrive on its shallow nearshore area. In a limited coastal zone, remnants of a third ecosystem, coral reef, may be found, but in residual degraded form. The marine waters of Escalante are generally warm throughout the year, especially except for early mornings in the cool months of December, January, and February. Salinity of its water is within reasonable amount at 28 to 36 parts per thousand. And the climate. Here's the climate data for Escalante and Negros Occidental. The atmospheric conditions influencing the climate of Escalante as a whole are the same conditions operative in Negros Island. During the summer months from April to December, an airstream is directed from the south. This air current follows a counterclockwise path as it approaches the lower pressure center of the Asian continent and reaches the Philippines from the southwestern direction as the southwestern monsoon or habagat. During the period from November to January, Negros has relatively cool weather as the Asian continent cools more rapidly than the surrounding seas, resulting in high pressure centers, leading to winds being deflected in a clockwise fashion. This period is known as the northeastern monsoon or amihan. From March to April, the northeastern wind system dominates. The cool season in Escalante is from December through March. It's also the time when low tides called Aya-ay prevail, making beach combing of its shores more pleasurable. The latter part of March through June is when the highest temperatures prevail. Being largely coastal, Escalante enjoys a constant flow of a brushing sea breeze. Let's go. Now, barangays. Escalante is politically subdivided into 21 barangays. Each barangay consists of poroks and some have sitios. Here they are: Alimango, Alimango, Balintawak, Binagyuhan, Buena Vista, Cervantes, Dianay, Apitan, Honob, Langub, don't forget not to be confused with the role in Davao City, Langub, Libertad, Mabini, Magsaysay, Malasibog, All Poblacion, Paitan, Pinapugasan, Rizal, Tamlang, Udongan, and Washington. So, before we continue to the demographics, let us proceed back to notes. Okay, go. Let's do some other foods. I keep coughing every time. Okay. This is DP5RTV Channel 15 Escalante, commercial VHF TV broadcast station owned and operated by DP5RTV Corporation, transmitting on a 104.1 on a 104.1 kilowatt effective rate. Rated power with permit number BST-0164-2011, valid until December 31, 2020. Channel 65 transmitters located Zion Street, Escalante City, Negros Occidental. Negros Occidental. Channel 65 transmitters operated under supervision of the following electronic communication engineers, duly licensed by the Professional Regulation Commission and the National Telecommunications Commission. Engineer Teodoro S. Banabag, Engineer Pablo P. D. Guaves, Engineer Martin S. De Los Santos, Engineer Ronnie B. Sagan, Paulo S. Castañeda, Michael D. De La Cruz, Orlando M. Lagarta, N.O. Agravante, Christian M. Balange, and Anthony A. De La Cruz. This is DP5RTV Channel 65 Escalante, now signing on. Let's go back to Wikipedia to learn about these demographics now, shall we? Now, let's talk about these demographics. Well, here is the population size of Escalante. The city has grown at a respectively fast rate, averaging 1.63% in the 10 years. The May 2010 census on population showed that population increased to 93,005 people. This means that on average that population grew by 1.63 annually since 2000. This is only about 3.20% of the province's population, which includes Bacolod City, or 3.88% without it. At this rate, the city's population is expected to double by year 2053. The average household for 2000 was 4.89 persons per household, which is lower than the 5.0 national, 5.1 regional, and the 5.24 provincial averages. NSO estimates there were 92,035 persons in 2007 people in 2007 in 18,644 households. This means the average household size increased to 4.94. As of December 2009, the average age is 24 years old. Escalante, of course, has the highest population density in 2007 among the province cities at 736.3, second only to the provincial capital Bacolod City. The provincial average is 360.1, while city's average for 470.8. The people in the city speak Cebuano closely, followed by Hiligaynon. Tagalog and English are generally understood. It's economy chart, so there's no information about. Let's talk about this economy. Well, there's no fact sheet. There is no data information. So this is the poverty incidence of Escalante. Let's talk about its government. moving on to the government. So here's the list of mayors of Escalante. The local government structure of Escalante is composed of 1 mayor, 1 vice mayor, and 10 councilors, all elected through popular vote. 2 ex-officio members are added to the city council, with 1 representing Escalante's 21 barangay captains, being the Association of Barangay Councils, or ABC, president, and 1 representing Escalante's 21 barangay youth council presidents, being the Sangguniang Kabataan SK Federation president. Each official, with the exception of the ABC and SK presidents, is elected publicly to a 3-year term and can be re-elected up to 3 terms in succession. Melesio J. Yap Jr. is the current mayor of the city, while Valerio A. Bretos is the current vice mayor of the city. The city belongs to the 1st Congressional District of Negros Occidental, which is under the leadership of Congressman Julio A. Ledesma IV. Let's talk about this education. So here's the list of notable colleges and public and private schools. Mount Carmel College of Escalante Incorporated, State University of Northern Negros, Escalante Campus, A.N. Cargas Technical School, the Alternative Learning School Incorporated, Bible Baptist Learning Center of Escalante City Incorporated, Maranatha Christian Academy, Escalante Chapter, Escalante National High School, and Old Poblacion National High School. So here is the notable personalities: Christian Bables, Ale Kinori, James Yap, and Jonas Sabete. The references are here. So let's just move on to the sign off segment, shall we? Please pray for me. Continue to pray for me as I still have a hoarse voice. Okay? So let's just move on. This is DP5RTV Channel 65 Escalante, a commercial VHF TV broadcast station owned and operated by DP5RTV Corporation, transmitting on 101 kilowatt effective radiated power with permit number BSD-0164-2011, valid until December 31, 2020. Channel 65 transmitters to get the Escalante and Negros Occidental. Supervision of Electronics and Communication Engineers to the Professional Regulation Commission, National Telecommunications Commission. Engineer Teodoro S. Balabag, Engineer Pablo Bate D. Guabes, Engineer Mark Teines de los Santos, Engineer Ronnie B. Sagad, Engineer Paulo S. Castaneda, Michael D. De La Cruz, Orlando M. Lagarta, Rene O. Agravante, Christian M. Balange, and Anthony A. De La Cruz. This is DP5RTV Channel 65 Escalante. Now, signing off. Okay. Time check. 5:17 p.m. Mga ka-DP5R, continue to pray for me as I undergo my hoarse voice. You can see the difference in my voice. Oh, okay. You see a little difference. So we can just provide you some information if my hoarse voice is gone now. So, thank you for bearing with me here in this episode. Since we faced the technical errors. And then the next episode tomorrow should be better. Without any disturbance of the presence of this program. Okay. Mga ka-DP5R, that's it for today's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. And I will continue to make YouTube shorts if I don't have time, or if I have time. Once again, I'm your host, the voiceover of DP5RTV. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Wednesday. Gapan is coming up next.